Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hi, my name is Uzo, and if this is your first time stopping by, you're most definitely welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, yo, welcome back, baby. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about how I've been able to manage my acne breakouts, including period breakouts, and basically just manage my acne prone skin and acne slash sensitive prone skin. I haven't had an acne breakout in over 3 months, and that's the longest I've had an acne breakout. Usually I always have period acne, but I haven't had one in like 3 months. So I just gonna share the things that I have been doing that have contributed to my acne success story. Yeah, I wouldn't be listing or showing you guys products because I'm going to be doing a video with my updated skincare routine, so that would like give you an insight to everything that I'm using currently. But this video is basically just to tell you the things that I do and the things that I don't, just to keep my skin acne free, basically. So if this is your video you're interested in, please keep on watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. What's your skin type? What's your skin concern? And which of these points do you think work for you, or which of them have you tried? Let me know in the comment section, and let's get into this video. So I've written down all my points in my notepad because I don't want to just come here and be yarning gibberish, and I want this video to be as short as possible. So yeah, the first thing I'm going to talk about is sunscreen. Okay, so I've been hearing about sunscreen for quite some time, but I never really like saw the need for it, or like it didn't really seem important to me at the time I knew about sunscreen. So I just like shrugged it off anytime I feel like I use it. And yeah, so basically that's what happened. But as soon as I clocked 30, a whole lot of things changed in my system. My cell turnover rate dropped drastically. I got seborrheic dermatitis. I'm going to leave the playlist with my seborrheic dermatitis videos so that you can check that out if that's what you're interested in. And yeah, so a whole lot happened to my skin. I started having a lot of period breakouts, hormonal imbalance and all that, and it was really taking a toll on my skin. So I went through like a very rough patch, and just I just didn't I now had to start taking skincare really seriously. Sunscreen was one of the products I had to use diligently without fail, and I have seen such tremendous results. My hyperpigmentations have reduced. My skin generally is healthier, and it's just, see you guys, the essence of sunscreen cannot be overemphasized at this point. You need sunscreen even if you're in a vehicle, even if you commute, even if you're in your house. As long as sun rays are entering, you need to use a sunscreen. So please guys, use a sunscreen. 2 finger rule, full. Some people use a 3 finger method, but I use the 2 finger method because I feel like it covers all the places that I need it to cover: my face, my ears, my chest, and not so much my neck, and not so much of my chest because my chest is majorly covered up. On days when I know that my chest is going to be exposed, I always put a sunscreen there. Yeah, so that's point one. So the second method I'm going to talk about is double cleansing. So the first time I heard about double cleansing, okay, no, did I really hear about it? I can't remember. But the first time I heard about double cleansing, I didn't really understand what it meant, so I didn't pay any attention to it. But I went to visit my mom sometime last year, no, 2 years ago. I went to visit her, and she had just come back. She traveled, and she had just come back. So someone got her an oil cleanser. So I had one makeup that day. I asked her for a wipe, and she didn't have one. So she told me, oh, there's this thing I use to take down my makeup at the end of the day. And I tried it, and I'm like, it's an oil. How am I supposed to wash this off? And she's like, no, it washes off. I'm like, really? And then I used it, and bruh, I haven't looked back since. I can count how many times I used a wipe after that period. I started to use wipe because I obviously couldn't take it from her. I took a little, and I came back to Lagos with it. But then I noticed that every time I wash my face using the double cleansing method, my skin feels so much more cleaner, even if I don't have so much makeup on. And it was just easier to take that makeup that way. I started to use normal oil, not a cleansing oil, and then take it down with a wipe. And I'm like, what's the point? That led me to doing my research and everything. I started researching on double cleansing, cleansing oils, cleansing balms, micellar waters, and the rest. And I fell in love with cleansing oils, and that's how Loose Skin NG, my skincare brand, was formed. We started with a cleansing oil. It's called the Reset Cleansing Oil. Shameless plug. So this is the Reset Cleansing Oil. So this is the Reset Cleansing Oil. I use this every night before I go to bed, makeup or no makeup, because I wear sunscreen every day. So I use this to take down my makeup, my sunscreen, if I have like mascara on, my sunscreen, and basically sweat and other dirt that has just accumulated on my face throughout the day. And then I go in with a gel cleanser or a water-based cleanser basically. See, you guys, double cleansing has done so much for my skin. When I couldn't even apply skincare products, double cleansing was it for me. It had a way of calming my skin down and just making sure my skin was clean. When I was on medications, I would just double cleanse and I would go in with my antifungal creams and sunscreen, and that was all. That was basically all I was doing for months. And there was so much difference. Initially, when my skin was extremely dry, I would only go in with an oil cleanser and I would use this for about 30 seconds, and I would just wash it off and go about my day, use my creams, my medications, and all that. But you guys, double cleansing is the truth. You need to double cleanse at least once a day at night. So the third thing that I started doing was I stopped using a towel on my face. When I had my SD breakout, I would actually not use anything on my face. Not allow my face I would allow my face completely dry because I needed to apply my creams and medications on dry skin. So I will allow my face just to dry, and once it's dry, I go in with my antifungal creams. And when my flare out or flare ups cleared, or even before my flare ups, I stopped using towels. I only use disposable tissues, like the ones you use in your kitchen and stuff like that. So that's what I use. I do not use towels to clean my face. If I can't find a disposable tissue, I just kind of let it air dry, but not completely dry out, because I like my face moist when I go in with my hydrating products. So yeah, once you use tissues, it kind of eliminates any growth of bacteria. Towels breed these things. The reason why you can say, oh, you don't want to use tissue on all of your body is because the skin on your body is quite thicker and stronger than the one on your face. So I always use a disposable tissue. I don't use towels on my face. Even so, for my face, I only use disposable tissues. You can get one from any supermarket. I don't think it costs more than 500 naira for a roll. So yeah, doing that just eliminates bacteria from going from your towel to your face and back to your towel. And you guys, it's just nasty. It's just nasty. So yeah, it's as easy as that. Use a tissue towel. So my fourth point, I believe, is exfoliating. Okay, so previously, because I wasn't using sunscreen diligently, I didn't really use chemical exfoliant. I was always like a scrub girl. Beauty Formula scrub was my go-to. But then when skincare became like the in thing, I stopped using scrub. So I would just use a cleanser and maybe Uri and natural skincare gang. But I never would exfoliate because I didn't want to trouble my skin more because I wasn't really using a sunscreen. So I just said, you know what, why fix what's not broken? I wasn't exfoliating at all. I wasn't my cup of tea basically, because I just didn't understand what chemical exfoliation was basically. But Beginning of this year, I started to use salicylic acid. I used the salicylic acid face wash as well as the salicylic acid toner. I know a lot of you have been asking where did I get the toner from. It's from my brand. I haven't released it yet. It's still going, it's still on the trial and stuff. So yeah, I haven't released that. But by July, it should be out on my page. So yeah, you can follow Loose Skin to stay updated basically. So as I was saying, I started incorporating salicylic acid into my routine, and bruh, bruh, the difference it made was tremendous. The salicylic acid kind of got rid of the scales I had on my skin. It's drying quite alright, but it gets the job done. It took off all the scales I had been battling with for months in less than a week. It took off all the scales, cleared up my skin, reduced my flare out. So basically, what chemical exfoliants such as glycolic acid, lactic acid, mandelic acid, those are AHAs, and then BHA, that's salicylic acids. There are also PHAs, but I'm not so conversant with those ones, so I only stick with AHAs and BHAs. So I started to use BHAs in my routine. So basically, for acne prone skin, BHAs are recommended because they help to clean out the pores on your skin, and basically when your pores are clean, you're kind of reducing any need for breakouts. And yeah, basically, so I started to use salicylic acid and I haven't looked back ever since. It definitely helped with my black spots, my dark spots, my hyperpigmentation. It definitely helped with skin texture and overall brightness and appearance of the skin. I use it. I use them like 2-3 times weekly. I initially started with low concentrations and started to build my way up, and I have not regretted ever since. And that's why I am diligent with my sunscreen, because I'm not ready to go back to Egypt, if you know what I mean. So with exfoliants, you want to start small, do a patch test because you might react. So do a patch test. Start with smaller concentrations, especially if you have sensitized or sensitive skin. Start with smaller concentrations and then build your way up. And trust me, guys, you're going to see a whole lot of difference in your skincare. So my last point is moisturizer. Moisturizer slash hydrating products. So yes, I've always been a fan of hydration because, you know, what would I say? Okay. So growing up, we knew toners as those alcohol-based and astringent. I hope I got that word right. That you just use to take off all the oils on your face because you want that matte look. But as time went on, when I started to research skincare, I realized that hydration is actually low-key, high-key the ish. Whatever you want for your skin, hydration has to come first. Hydration ensures that your skin is healthy, and once your skin is healthy, it's like there's no breeding ground for bacteria and all that to come and mess up your life, you know what I mean. And even when you have like period breakouts, when your skin is hydrated, you guys, it looks better, it looks plump, it looks beautiful. So basically hydration is just key. I wasn't really taking hydration seriously. I used to get the Miniso toners and all, and that was when I actually realized how important hydration was, when I first started using Miniso products. Yeah, they are kind of budget friendly, but they don't really provide you with the hydration you're looking for, to be honest, especially if you have dry skin. So what I started doing was I started using more hydrating products, hydrating toners, hydrating serums, and I basically just focused on hydration and making sure that my skin was healthy. In the past, I wasn't so bothered about moisturizers because oily skin, you know the drill. My skin is already oily, so why do I need to moisturize? But you obviously need to moisturize because your skin is already lacking water, so it's overcompensating by producing excess oils on your face. So I started to use a lot of hydrating products. I use a hydrating toner, I use hydrating serums. So I try to do treatments less and more of hydration, just to make sure that my skin stays healthy. For moisturizer, I had to invest in a good moisturizer, so I use the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream. I use that to restore my skin moisture barrier because it was destroyed, fam. It was destroyed. So I use that to restore my skin moisture barrier, and I've been using it ever since. It's amazing, the texture, and it gets the job done. It gets the job done. I have other moisturizers I use now, but I use more of gel moisturizers because of my skin type. So for purpose of this video, my skin type is oily to normal skin. So I think that's combination thing. So I have oily T-zone, a T-zone, as well as my cheek area is quite oily, and then the rest of my face, the sides, the chin, and I think a little of my forehead, the upper part of my forehead, is quite normal. So I always ensure that I use a moisturizer. So sometimes I go in with two moisturizers just so that my skin is properly hydrated. Other times I just go in with my just one. So during the day I use one moisturizer, during the night I use two moisturizers most of the time. So especially when I exfoliate, so every time I exfoliate I use my First Aid Ultra Repair Cream, and I use the simple hydrating moisturizer for oily skin. So yeah, you need to moisturize, guys, babies. You need to moisturize. It's essential, it's important if you want to maintain a healthy skin. So yeah, that's it, guys. I really hope this video was helpful to someone. If it was, just give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you get notified every time I post a new video. Yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.